That's why I wanted to get it. Like embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Last laid the canvas and I painted over it.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Oh, nearly intercepted right away.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On second down, Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the world of Denver.
And what key they built around the pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
All the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, nice move. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Carr going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On first down, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. There's Chris Olave. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It appears that they read man defense into the outlet, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The Lions at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down throw, Darnold being chased out left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's got some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown and a field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take, catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Kamara up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 remaining. Not much on that run, Charles.
That's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Carr. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's got it to Collins, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 36, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's Darnold. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, now Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Jefferson, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Hardy set to return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for the first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. But if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. Kamara trying the right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw is Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards.
That's good for a Lion.
Now Darnold. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Carr to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the foot.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's got room. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And my goodness, another interception. interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2nd down and goal. Darnold. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing again is Darnold. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter. And that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Darnold. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Zach Baun with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away. No good. And this will remain an 18-point lead. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man is the tight end Troutman. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Carnell on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys.
Touchdown, Saints! Deontay Hardy from 19 yards away. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Saints 17. Will Lutz to kick it off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Lions, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
I just scraped it off the top. Cut it off.